And welcome to the Cardinal Way for Men Live. My name is Ed Cardinal, and tonight I want to talk about, just adjusting my camera, I want to talk about the importance of doing work that you care about. In fact, there's research that backs this backs this up, and I've actually recently talked about this research project. It's one of the longest lasting research projects ever. It started in 1938. It began with just over 700 young men, 19 years old, sophomores in Harvard, some of them, and then the other half inner city South Boston. And some years later, when they started to gather research and gather the information and the data from questionnaires and interviews with these men when they were older, they learned that some of their regrets had to do with their work and their job. One was they wished they worked less. And number two is they wish they did work that was more meaningful, they had more meaning and had more purpose. Think about how many hours in our lifetime that we spend working. Wouldn't it be a shame to spend all of that time being unhappy? Seems like such a waste of time, energy in your life. So the other thing that I think is important in the work that we do is that we do work that improves the betterment of other people. And this comes in many different forms, many different jobs, many different careers. And that our work gives meaning to who we are. So for me, I've always known I wanted to be in the helping profession. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what that fills me, that brings me joy. And I always also knew that I didn't want to work at a desk in a 9 to 5 job for some corporation. Although my first career was in the counseling profession, so I did I did have to sit at a desk. Got up and moved around as much as I could. Did that career for about 12 years and then made the change to physical therapy, where now I was moving my body throughout the day, which felt much better for me. But there was also another piece missing, and that was I was always working for someone else. So they dictated when I had to work, how much I got paid. I had very little control over my job and my day. Then I finally decided to break free from that regular paycheck and take the leap of faith. And it wasn't easy because there's a lot of fear around letting that go. Fear about, am I going to make enough money? Am I going to survive? But when I did finally make that change and that leap of faith, an interesting thing happened. Within a short amount of time, I was actually making more than I was at that job, and I was much happier. So if you're not sure if you're on the right track with your job, there's some questions you can ask yourself. Number one is, how do you feel? Are you happy? Does your work bring you joy? Does it have meaning and purpose for you? Is it something that you're passionate about? Are you fulfilling your purpose, your calling? We all have these unique gifts that we're supposed to share with the world, supposed to share with people, and if we're not, we're not going to be happy. Are you contributing to the betterment of other people? And is your job in alignment with your values? I think that's another important aspect of your work. I also believe another important aspect of figuring out whether your work is in alignment with your values and what you're passionate about is doing your own inner work, your own personal development. So you can get more in touch with your emotions, get more in touch with your intuition, get more in touch with what your dreams are. And then you can get a clear picture. I believe there's a lot of men out there that are in jobs that they're unhappy with. Maybe it's because of the financial need to make money for their families. And what happens is we get on this hamster wheel every day doing the same thing, coming home, having dinner, having a little bit of time to yourself, and then jumping right back into it. So my wish for you is that you are living the work that you're meant to live, and that it brings you much happiness. And if you're not, my hope for you is that you find it. Because not to is not to be happy, and I believe wasting a lot of the joy that comes into your life. If you found this helpful, please drop the word joy below in the comments. Until you see me again, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.